Emergency alert. Tonight, the universe is unleashing an unprecedented surge of energy as the snow moon portal blasts open, initiating a dramatic shift in your personal timeline. This isn't just another full moon. This is a celestial catalyst poised to redefine your reality as you know it. This is it. The moment has come. The choices you make in the coming hours will ripple outwards, shaping not only your immediate future, but the trajectory of your life for years to come. Your decisions during this potent portal activation will leave a lasting imprint. This isn't merely a personal journey. Your individual shift has the power to contribute to a collective wave of positive transformation, a ripple effect felt across the entire world. This is a time to rise, to embrace your inner power, and to navigate these changes with unwavering self-compassion. The energy you embody and the choices you make will resonate far beyond your immediate sphere of influence, contributing to a more luminous and interconnected world. But to navigate this cosmic event effectively, knowledge is your greatest asset. Awareness is the key that unlocks the full potential of this timeline portal, allowing you to consciously shape your destiny rather than being swept away by the currents of change. As this snow moon approaches, have you been noticing recurring patterns in your life, challenges that seem to resurface no matter how hard you try to overcome them? These aren't mere setbacks, they're signals, clues pointing towards the energetic blockages that are keeping you tethered to outdated timelines. The snow moon traditionally symbolizes release and purification, a time for letting go of what no longer serves you. But this year, its energy is amplified, creating an extraordinary opportunity to break free from those persistent patterns and step into a future aligned with your highest potential. This snow moon is acting like a cosmic mirror, reflecting back to you the very patterns that need to be addressed for you to move forward. As the earth lies dormant in winter, so too does this time call for deep introspection and preparation, encouraging you to examine the depths of your being and identify what needs to be released so that new growth can begin. The decisions you make now will set the stage for the blossoming of spring, both internally and externally. The decisions you make now, under the potent influence of this snow moon, will determine whether you step into a reality of your own making or remain bound by the limitations of your past. This is an invitation to consciously participate in your evolution, to recognize your inherent power to shape your reality, and to embrace the journey of self-discovery that lies ahead. This is not about passively observing the shift, but about actively co-creating the future you desire. What version of yourself are you ready to step into? What limiting beliefs are holding you back from creating your desired reality? What's preventing you from living the life of your dreams? These are the questions the snow moon is prompting you to explore. The answers lie within you, waiting to be uncovered, but there's more to this snow moon than meets the eye. It's holding a secret, waiting to be unlocked, a hidden potential that will be revealed as we delve deeper into its energy. Have your dreams been unusually vivid lately, filled with symbolic imagery and profound insights? Are you seeing the number 111 or other repeating sequences everywhere you look? These are signs, whispers from the universe, confirming that the timeline shift is already underway, that you're being guided towards a new and more aligned path. This snow moon in Leo opposes Pluto, creating a powerful tension between self-expression and transformation, and as we progress through this video, we'll explore specific techniques for releasing limiting beliefs and connecting with your intuition. Later, we'll explore how to connect with your spiritual guides and receive guidance from the universe. Tonight, as the snow moon ascends, prepare to feel its potent energies permeating every facet of your being, amplifying both your strengths and vulnerabilities with extraordinary intensity. This isn't some distant celestial event. It's an intimate dance between the cosmos and your soul. The moon in Leo is directly opposing Pluto, creating a cosmic tug-of-war between your desire for joyful self-expression and the deep, transformative forces bubbling beneath the surface. Have you noticed yourself swinging between moments of radiant confidence and sudden plunges into doubt or insecurity. The push and pull of these planetary energies is surfacing old wounds related to your self-worth and creative potential. It's bringing these shadows to light so you can finally release them. Consider this. If you've been struggling with a pattern of procrastination, constantly delaying your dreams or creative projects, the snow moon's energy is likely to amplify this tendency, making it feel even more difficult to get started. But it's also providing the laser-like focus to pinpoint the root cause. Perhaps you fear judgment or failure, or maybe you doubt your abilities. The key is to use this awareness to challenge those limiting beliefs and to recognize that your unique gifts are needed in the world. This is more than just acknowledging the problem. It's about actively dismantling the energetic blocks that keep you stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage. Now imagine a scenario where during this intense lunar phase, you suddenly experience vivid memories from your childhood, seemingly unrelated to your current situation. This is timeline bled, a phenomenon where the boundaries between past, present, and future blur, creating a sense of disorientation or confusion. Are you suddenly questioning your current relationships, career path, or even your fundamental beliefs? This could be the influence of past timelines merging with your present, bringing unresolved issues to the surface. In these moments of disorientation, it's crucial to anchor yourself in the present moment. Practice deep breathing exercises, focusing on your senses, and connecting with the earth beneath your feet. Visualize roots growing from your body into the ground, grounding you in the here and now. But here's the catch. During these timeline blades, fear-based projections can easily masquerade as intuition. That nagging feeling that your partner is about to leave you or that your business is doomed to fail might not be a genuine intuitive insight, but rather a manifestation of your deepest insecurities. Learning to distinguish between authentic guidance and fear is paramount to navigating this portal effectively. A tangible method for discerning between the two involves asking yourself, does this thought or feeling empower me, or does it leave me feeling drained and disempowered? True intuition feels calm, clear, and aligned with your highest good, while fear-based projections are often accompanied by anxiety, panic, and a sense of impending doom. As the veil thins during this snow moon, the doorway to spiritual guidance swings wide open, inviting unseen forces to interact with your reality. This heightened accessibility can manifest in many ways. Perhaps you find yourself suddenly drawn to specific books or articles, or maybe you start receiving messages through song lyrics or conversations with strangers. Pay attention to recurring symbols, intuitive nudges, and messages in your dreams, as these could be breadcrumbs leading you towards a deeper understanding of your path. For example, you might try automatic writing, a practice where you allow your subconscious to guide your hand, writing down whatever comes to mind without judgment or censorship. But this increased spiritual activity can also trigger fears, particularly the fear of encountering negative entities or experiencing overwhelming energy. Are you finding yourself suddenly paranoid, questioning the motives of everyone around you, or feeling bombarded by chaotic thoughts and emotions? These could be signs that you're picking up on negative energies or that your energetic boundaries are weak. Remember, just as a strong immune system protects your physical body from illness, a strong energetic field protects you from negative influences. Shielding yourself involves consciously visualizing a protective bubble of light surrounding you, setting clear intentions for who and what you allow into your energy field, and practicing regular energy cleansing techniques. The most important tool you have is your intuition. Is this benevolent or malevolent? Does it feel right? Does it make you feel safe and secure? A simple gut check can be profoundly effective. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on the energy of the encounter. Does it feel expansive and loving, or constricting and fearful? Trust your initial instinct, as it's often the most accurate. The conscious choices you make during this time dictate the nature of your spiritual interactions. A high vibration, cultivated through positive thoughts, loving actions, and a commitment to self-growth, acts as a beacon, attracting positive energies and repelling negative ones. It's a powerful shield that protects you from harm and ensures that you're surrounded by benevolent forces. The energy you radiate out into the universe determines what you attract back to you. By aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your highest intentions, you become a magnet for positive experiences and supportive spiritual connections. This is where the real power of the snow moon lies, the ability to consciously shape your reality by aligning with your desired future through intentional timeline jumping. Imagine your desired future self. What are they doing, how are they feeling, and what kind of life are they living? Now step into that reality, visualizing it with as much detail and emotion as possible. Feel the joy, abundance, and fulfillment that comes with living your dream life. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a powerful exercise in energy alignment, consciously shifting your vibration to match the frequency of your desired timeline. But true transformation requires more than just intention. It requires authenticity. Are you truly aligned with your core values and desires, or are you simply chasing after what you think you should want? It's essential to ensure that your intentions are rooted in your true self, not in external pressures or societal expectations. To live in alignment with your values means making choices that honor your deepest beliefs and principles. It means saying no to opportunities that don't resonate with your soul and saying yes to those that ignite your passion and purpose. This snow moon portal offers you an unprecedented opportunity to break free from limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging behaviors, habits that have held you back from realizing your full potential. Are you ready to step into your power and create a life that truly reflects your authentic self? This is an opportunity to identify those self-sabotaging behaviors through a journaling prompt. For example, ask yourself, what am I most afraid of achieving? The answer will reveal hidden beliefs that are blocking your progress. Facing your shadow self and releasing old patterns can be a painful and challenging process, triggering deep-seated emotions and insecurities. This is where self-compassion becomes essential. Remember that you're not alone in this journey and that everyone struggles with their own inner demons. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. Forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is a critical component of this process. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made in the past and release any feelings of guilt or shame that are holding you back. Recognizing that you are worthy of love and happiness is the first step toward creating a new reality for yourself. Now, to accelerate this transformation, let's look at specific practices for releasing limiting beliefs and healing emotional wounds. One powerful technique is inner child work, which involves connecting with your younger self and offering them the love and support they needed but didn't receive. Another is forgiveness rituals, where you symbolically release any resentment or anger you're holding towards others. Emotional release exercises, such as breathwork or somatic experiencing, can help you to process and release trapped emotions from your body. These practices, already potent on their own, are amplified by the intense energy of the snow moon, accelerating your healing and transformation. This energy is perfect for finally releasing energetic holds, preventing forward momentum. But remember, just as you cleanse your physical body, it's equally important to cleanse your energy field. Energetic hygiene involves regularly clearing away any negative energies or attachments that you've accumulated throughout the day. This can be as simple as taking a salt bath, smudging your home with sage, or visualizing a protective shield of light surrounding you. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine can significantly enhance your well-being and protect you from negative influences. The more consistent you are with these practices, the stronger your energetic field will become. But this is not a one-time event. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth. You must be consistent with your practices, as it will help you stay grounded and aligned with your highest self. As you navigate this snow moon portal, remember that you are the creator of your reality. You have the power to shape your destiny, to break free from limiting beliefs and to create a life filled with joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Trust the journey, even when the path is unclear, and know that you are always supported by the universe. This snow moon is simply another opportunity in an ongoing pattern of growth, reflection, and renewal. As you move forward, remember that this is part of an ongoing process. Each moon cycle offers an opportunity for reflection, release, and renewal. Embrace the journey, trust your intuition, and know that you are the powerful creator of your own reality. Tonight, the snow moon isn't just bathing the world in its silvery light. It's etching a new energetic blueprint onto the cosmos, one that demands focused intentions and unwavering clarity. The dominant astrological configuration sees the moon in Leo, forming a tense opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. This creates a volatile atmosphere ripe with the potential for explosive breakthroughs and equally dramatic breakdowns. Pluto, the planet of transformation, is digging deep into the collective unconscious, unearthing hidden power structures and long-held secrets. This can manifest in real-world events as increased scrutiny of institutions, heightened awareness of social inequalities, and a surge of activism demanding radical change. Have you noticed a growing sense of unrest in the air, a collective yearning for something different? This is Pluto's influence at work, shaking the foundations of the old paradigm. But this collective energy isn't just playing out on a global scale. It's intimately mirrored in your own personal life, amplifying your own internal power struggles and pushing you to confront the areas where you've been giving away your authority. Are you feeling a growing desire to break free from limiting situations, relationships, or career paths? Are you ready to reclaim your personal power and step into your authentic self? That is what this snow moon blueprint is all about. And let's face it, timeline acceleration isn't some abstract concept. It's the very real sensation that time is speeding up, that events are unfolding at an unprecedented pace. Technology is advancing exponentially, climate change is accelerating, and social norms are evolving at warp speed. It feels as though we are all passengers on a rocket ship headed for parts unknown. Can you feel the ground moving beneath your feet? Are you able to anticipate the changes coming? The key to navigating this acceleration is adaptability. Rigidity leads to breakage, but flexibility allows you to bend with the winds of change. This means embracing uncertainty, letting go of your need for control, and trusting that you have the inner resources to handle whatever comes your way. Are you willing to surrender to the flow of life, even when you can't see what's around the corner? Because that's the only way to truly thrive in this era of accelerated change. This snow moon's energy is poised to ignite specific areas of your personal life. For relationships, expect intensity and truth-telling. Hidden resentments may surface, but so too will opportunities for deeper connection and intimacy, however, only if you're willing to be vulnerable and honest. In your career, unexpected opportunities may arise, demanding that you step outside your comfort zone and embrace new challenges. It is time to assess if your career is truly where you are meant to be. And in terms of health, breakthroughs are possible, but they may require you to confront underlying emotional issues that have been contributing to physical ailments. Are you ready to prioritize your well-being and make the necessary changes to support your health and vitality? So, what area needs the most intention? Where can you focus your efforts for maximum impact? Prioritize ruthlessly and don't be afraid to say no to anything that doesn't align with your highest intentions. Navigating this snow moon portal requires more than just setting intentions. It demands a willingness to delve into the shadows, to confront the parts of yourself that you've been trying to ignore. Shadow work is the process of acknowledging, accepting, and integrating your shadow self, the unconscious repository of all your repressed emotions, limiting beliefs, and self-sabotaging behaviors. This shadow self isn't inherently evil. It's simply the unacknowledged aspects of your personality, the parts you've learned to hide from the world, often stemming from childhood wounds or traumatic experiences. During this snow moon, expect these shadow traits to surface with unusual intensity. Perhaps you will struggle with a fear of success, unconsciously sabotaging your own efforts to achieve your goals. Or maybe you'll find yourself battling feelings of unworthiness, questioning your value and deservingness of love and happiness. Repressed anger may also bubble to the surface, leading to outbursts of irritability or resentment. So how do you begin to embrace those shadow aspects? Start by acknowledging that they exist. Instead of trying to suppress these feelings, allow yourself to feel them fully without judgment. Journaling can be a powerful tool for uncovering hidden beliefs and emotions. Ask yourself questions like, what am I most afraid of? Or what do I secretly believe about myself? The answers may surprise you, revealing deep-seated insecurities and limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. Once you've identified your shadow traits, practice self-compassionate acceptance. Remember that you are human and that everyone has flaws and imperfections. Forgive yourself for your past mistakes and release any feelings of shame or guilt. Let's make this tangible. Imagine that you consistently find yourself in relationships where you feel undervalued and unappreciated. This could be a manifestation of an underlying belief that you are not worthy of love and respect. By exploring this belief through journaling and self-reflection, you might discover that it stems from childhood experiences where your needs were not met, or where you were constantly criticized or belittled. Once you understand the root of this belief, you can begin to challenge it by consciously affirming your worth and setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. Recognizing these recurring themes as opportunities for shadow work allows you to break free from negative patterns and create more fulfilling connections. If you continue to ignore this need to reflect, you risk continued self-sabotage. Missed opportunities will become the norm, and emotional stagnation will keep you stuck. Now, we must talk about forgiveness, both of self and others. Understand that it is an essential key to unlocking energetic freedom and creating space for new possibilities. Holding on to resentment, anger, and guilt creates energetic blockages that prevent you from moving forward on your desired timeline. These negative emotions act like anchors, tethering you to the past and preventing you from manifesting a brighter future. Do you feel weighed down by old grudges or regrets? Are you replaying past hurts in your mind, reliving the pain and suffering? Then it's time to consciously choose forgiveness. And just how can you embrace this forgiveness? Start with yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made, the opportunities you've missed, and the times you've fallen short of your own expectations. Recognize that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time, and that you are constantly learning and growing. Then extend that forgiveness to others. Forgive those who have hurt you, betrayed you, or wronged you in any way. This doesn't mean condoning their behavior, but it does mean releasing the energetic hold that they have on you. Imagine a golden cord connecting you to each person you need to forgive. Visualize yourself cutting those cords with a pair of scissors, releasing them with love and compassion. Let the energy flow from those cords back into the universe, knowing that it will be transformed into something positive. During this snow moon, this act of forgiveness is amplified, and there are opportunities for powerful energetic releases. Create a forgiveness ritual, writing down the names of everyone you need to forgive on a piece of paper. Then, burn the paper, symbolizing the release of the past. As the smoke rises, visualize yourself surrounded by a white light, cleansed of all negativity, but do not underestimate the challenges that may arise. It can be difficult to forgive, especially when the pain is deep, or when you feel that you've been wronged. You might be afraid of being vulnerable, or you might struggle with letting go of your anger. Be patient with yourself and know that forgiveness is a process, not a destination. Remember, self-compassion is key. Now, with your path cleared through shadow work and forgiveness, you're ready to intentionally align with your desired timeline. This is where you become the conscious creator of your reality, actively shaping your future through the power of intention. Start by visualizing your desired future with as much detail and emotion as possible. What does it look like? How does it feel? Who are you with? What are you doing? Engage all of your senses, creating a vivid and compelling picture in your mind. Let's get into the specifics. If you dream of a loving and fulfilling relationship, visualize yourself laughing, connecting, and sharing intimate moments with your partner. Feel the warmth of their embrace, the joy of their companionship, and the deep sense of belonging that comes with true love. If you desire a successful and fulfilling career, visualize yourself excelling in your chosen field, making a positive impact on the world, and receiving recognition and rewards for your contributions. Feel the satisfaction of using your talents and skills to make a difference, and the abundance that comes with financial security. As you create this vivid vision, remember those previously cleared blockages. Align yourself with those released intentions to move forward. To reinforce these images, craft affirmations. I am worthy of love and happiness. I am capable of achieving my goals. I am surrounded by abundance. Repeat these affirmations daily, feeling the truth of them in every cell of your body. As you do this, remember that consistent action is essential. Intention without action is just wishful thinking. Take small, consistent steps towards your goals, even when you don't feel like it. The universe rewards those who are willing to put in the effort. Doubt, discouragement, and setbacks will inevitably arise. This is where unwavering belief in the power of intention becomes crucial. Whenever you encounter obstacles, remind yourself of your vision, reaffirm your intentions, and keep moving forward. But this timeline shift isn't just about personal gain, it's about contributing to the collective good. We are all interconnected, and our individual choices ripple out and affect the world around us. By healing ourselves, we also heal the collective consciousness. By raising our vibration, we also raise the vibration of the planet. The potential for collective healing and transformation during this time is immense. This requires taking responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and actions, recognizing that they have a direct impact on the collective consciousness. Become a conscious co-creator of a more positive and sustainable future, choosing thoughts, feelings, and actions that align with love, compassion, and unity. There will always be resistance from the ego, those self-sabotaging patterns, or interference from negative entities. Remember that you are not alone. Call upon your spiritual guides, angels, and ascended masters for assistance. Surround yourself with positive influences and avoid anything that lowers your vibration. Trust your intuition and always choose love over fear. This snow moon portal is an invitation to actively participate in shaping your personal and collective realities. Commit to daily shadow work, practice forgiveness, set intentions, and engage in acts of service. But what if the steps for engaging in these actions still seem murky? What if you are still unsure about the exact practices that can allow you to harness this potent energy, paving the way for your future? Tonight, as the snow moon casts its glow upon us, are you ready to confront the hidden dynamics within your closest relationships? This isn't just about romance. It's about the intricate web of connections that shape your life: family, friends, even colleagues. The heightened emotions and sensitivities stirred by this lunar energy will act as a potent catalyst, bringing simmering tensions and unresolved issues to the surface. But this isn't a cause for alarm. This lunar spotlight provides an unprecedented opportunity for healing, growth, and profound transformation if you're willing to look beneath the surface. But here's the kicker: the snow moon acts as a cosmic mirror, reflecting back not just the love and support, but also the unhealthy patterns that might be lurking in the shadows. Are you prepared to face the truth about your relationships, even if it's uncomfortable? What if those unhealthy patterns are the keys to unlocking your desired future? Codependency, power struggles, communication breakdowns, these are just some of the relational patterns that might surface during this intense period. Perhaps you find yourself constantly sacrificing your own needs to please others, trapped in a cycle of resentment and exhaustion. Or maybe you're locked in a battle for control, constantly vying for dominance and undermining your partner's autonomy. Communication might devolve into a minefield of misunderstandings, passive-aggressive comments, and outright conflict. The snow moon's energy amplifies these patterns, making them impossible to ignore. Imagine a scenario where you consistently find yourself attracting partners who are emotionally unavailable. This could be a reflection of an underlying belief that you are not worthy of love and connection, or a fear of intimacy that stems from past experiences. This fear will continue to sabotage future relationships unless addressed. Are you aware of these patterns playing out in your life? Now, consider the concept of relational timelines. Each individual carries their own unique history, experiences, expectations, and projections into a relationship. These timelines, shaped by past traumas, limiting beliefs, and unresolved issues, can either harmonize or collide, creating friction and conflict. Imagine a couple where one partner grew up in a stable, loving family, while the other experienced childhood neglect and abandonment. The partner with a secure upbringing might struggle to understand the other's emotional reactions, interpreting their sensitivity as neediness or insecurity. Meanwhile, the partner with a history of trauma might constantly fear abandonment, interpreting their partner's actions through the lens of past hurts. Differing timelines can create a sense of disconnect, making it difficult to truly understand and empathize with each other's perspectives. What happens when one partner views the relationship as headed toward marriage and children, while the other sees it as a temporary arrangement? This misalignment of timelines can create resentment, disappointment, and ultimately the unraveling of the connection. And what if a major event, such as infidelity, completely derails a relationship timeline, leaving one or both partners feeling lost and uncertain about the future? Do you find yourself reliving moments from the past, unable to fully embrace the present moment with your partner? This could be a sign of unresolved issues affecting your current relationship timeline. During this snow moon, conscious awareness and honest self-reflection are paramount. This is the time to ask yourself the tough questions. What patterns am I repeating in my relationships? What unresolved issues am I carrying from the past? What expectations am I projecting onto my partner? Journaling can be a powerful tool for identifying these patterns and gaining clarity. Try these prompts. What are my biggest fears in relationships? What are my unmet needs? What role do I play in creating conflict? Taking responsibility for your own role in creating and maintaining unhealthy patterns is essential for breaking free from these cycles. This isn't about blaming yourself or your partner. It's about recognizing that you have the power to change your own behavior and create a more fulfilling relationship dynamic. But are you truly ready to embrace this level of honesty and vulnerability? What if the answers you uncover challenge your core beliefs about yourself and your relationships? Delving deeper, let's explore the concept of energetic cords that connect individuals in relationships. These cords, invisible threads of energy, can either be sources of support and nourishment or drains on your vitality. Energetic cords form based on shared experiences, emotional connections, and unresolved issues. The more intense the emotional connection, the stronger the cord. Healthy cords are based on mutual respect, love, and support, allowing for a free flow of energy between partners. These cords feel light, vibrant, and nourishing. Unhealthy cords, on the other hand, are based on dependency, control, or resentment. They feel heavy, constricting, and draining, often leaving you feeling exhausted or depleted after spending time with the other person. Imagine a parent constantly interfering in their adult child's life, creating a cord of control and dependency, or a couple locked in a cycle of jealousy and possessiveness, their energetic cords tangled with resentment and mistrust. This is where relationships can become a burden. What if your relationship feels more like a duty than a joy? This could be a sign of unhealthy energetic cords draining your vitality. How can you identify and assess the nature of these energetic cords? Visualization exercises can be incredibly helpful. Close your eyes and visualize the cord connecting you to the other person. What does it look like? What color is it? Does it feel light and flowing or heavy and constricted? Tune into your intuition. How do you feel when you think about this person? Do you feel energized and inspired, or drained and depleted? Pay attention to your physical sensations. Do you experience any discomfort or tension in your body when you're around this person? Does their energy feel compatible with yours? By paying attention to these subtle cues, you can begin to discern whether a cord is nourishing or draining. Is the cord brittle and easily broken, or is it strong and interwoven into your heart? Now let's talk about cord cutting, a powerful tool for releasing unhealthy attachments and reclaiming your personal power. Approaching cord cutting with compassion and respect, rather than anger or blame, is key. This isn't about severing the relationship entirely, unless that's what you consciously choose. It's about transforming its energetic dynamics. Cord cutting is like pruning a tree, removing dead or diseased branches to allow for new growth and vitality. Imagine yourself surrounded by a protective white light, holding a pair of energetic scissors. Visualize the cord connecting you to the other person, and with intention and love, cut the cord. As you cut the cord, release any feelings of resentment, anger, or guilt. Send love and compassion to the other person, wishing them well on their own journey. Visualize the severed ends of the cord healing and sealing, preventing any further energy leakage. Remember that cord cutting is a process, not an event. It may take time and repeated effort to fully release unhealthy attachments. How will you feel when you regain your power? But sometimes, even cord cutting isn't enough to fully resolve the underlying issues. Unresolved issues, past traumas, or limiting beliefs can create timeline collisions within relationships, leading to recurring conflicts, emotional triggers, and stagnation. Imagine a scenario where a past relationship experience, such as betrayal, creates an energetic imprint that affects current relationships. This imprint might manifest as unconscious behaviors, such as constantly questioning your partner's loyalty, or as emotional reactions, such as becoming triggered by seemingly innocuous comments. These imprints can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, sabotaging your current relationships by projecting past experiences onto your present reality. And what if these collisions are fueled by relationship karma, unresolved issues from past lives or previous relationships that surface in current connections? Imagine recurring cycles of abuse or infidelity playing out across multiple lifetimes until the underlying karmic patterns are acknowledged and healed. This is not about punishment, but rather about opportunities for learning and growth. Are you open to recognizing these patterns in your life? Resolving timeline collisions requires identifying the underlying traumas and releasing the limiting beliefs that are fueling them. This starts with open and honest communication. Learning how to communicate your needs effectively, setting healthy boundaries, and seeking professional guidance when needed can transform relationships and free yourself from unhealthy patterns. Begin by finding a safe space to discuss sensitive topics and express your needs assertively. Avoid blame or criticism. Use I statements to express your feelings and avoid accusatory language. Practice active listening, giving your partner your full attention and reflecting back what you hear to ensure understanding. Set clear and consistent boundaries to protect your energy and well-being. Be firm and assertive in enforcing your boundaries, and don't be afraid to say no when necessary. Explore healing past traumas and releasing limiting beliefs through therapy, energy healing, or other modalities. Be patient and compassionate with yourself throughout the healing process. Are you ready to take control? Ultimately, harmonizing your relationships during this snow moon portal requires a shift in consciousness, a commitment to conscious communication, healthy boundaries, and mutual respect. Introduce the concept of conscious co-creation in relationships, emphasizing the importance of aligning intentions, values, and goals. You must commit to ongoing self-reflection, patience, and adaptation to navigate the ever-changing dynamics of relationships and to cultivate a deeper sense of connection, intimacy, and fulfillment. This transformation leads to profound personal and collective transformation, creating a more empowered and fulfilling timeline for all involved. Healthy relationships ripple out, creating greater social harmony, economic prosperity, and environmental sustainability. And if you can envision this timeline, can you grab it and make it your own? Remember, you are not alone in this process, and you have the power to create the relationships you desire. This snow moon asks you to take the first step toward creating more empowered and fulfilling relationships in your lives. Initiate a difficult conversation, set a boundary, or practice forgiveness. And remember that relationships are a journey, not a destination, and there will be ups and downs along the way. Stay committed to your intentions. The universe is ready to meet you halfway. But are you truly ready to step into the relationships you've always dreamed of? If so, what unseen forces could provide that support? Have you felt a sudden intensification in your relationships lately? A sense of déjà vu, as if you've known someone forever, or a magnetic pull you can't explain? This snow moon portal isn't just about individual shifts. It's about accelerating the evolution of your relationships, and that means bringing karmic connections into sharp focus. This isn't just about romantic partners, either. These connections can surface with friends, family members, or even people you encounter in your professional life. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? Be aware, a seemingly random encounter could be a soul contract playing out in real time. What if the person who irritates you the most is actually a mirror reflecting back a part of yourself you've been unwilling to acknowledge? How do you know if you're dealing with a karmic connection? Look for these signs. Instant recognition, an unshakable feeling that you've met this person before, even if you haven't in this lifetime. Intense attraction or repulsion. These relationships rarely sit in the middle ground. You might feel deeply drawn to someone or intensely irritated by them for reasons you can't quite articulate. Repeating patterns, the same conflicts or dynamics playing out again and again, almost as if you're stuck in a loop. A feeling of destiny, a sense that this relationship is somehow meant to be, even if it's challenging. You could feel a responsibility or duty to the other person. These relationships surface now to settle old debts, break free from repeating patterns, and ultimately facilitate soul growth. The goal isn't necessarily to stay in these relationships forever, but rather to learn the lessons they offer and move forward with greater wisdom and compassion. Do you recognize any of these signs in your current relationships? Remember those relational timelines we talked about earlier? The concept becomes even more critical during this snow moon, as individual timelines intertwine to create a shared relational timeline. Think of it like this: each person brings their own baggage, their own past experiences, traumas, and expectations to the relationship. These individual timelines then merge, creating a joint path forward. But if one partner is carrying unresolved issues from the past, it can manifest as challenges in the present relationship, like a glitch in the shared timeline. For example, imagine one partner carries trauma from a previous betrayal, leading to deep-seated trust issues and jealousy in the current relationship. Every time their partner interacts with someone of the opposite sex, they might experience a surge of anxiety and suspicion, even if there's no logical reason to feel that way. This isn't about their current partner's behavior. It's about the unresolved trauma from the past coloring their present reality. Or perhaps one partner grew up in a chaotic and unstable environment, leading to a constant need for control and a fear of vulnerability in the current relationship. They might micromanage every aspect of their partner's life, stifling their independence and creating resentment. How are past issues coloring your relationships? Ignoring these karmic echoes, brushing them under the rug, can lead to repeated cycles of pain and stagnation. You might find yourself attracting the same types of partners, experiencing the same conflicts, and feeling stuck in the same unhealthy dynamics over and over again. It's like being trapped in a relational Groundhog Day. However, consciously addressing these karmic echoes, shining a light on the underlying issues, can unlock profound healing and evolution, not just for yourself, but for your partner as well. Think of it as clearing the debris from your shared timeline, creating space for new growth and possibility. Approached with awareness and intention, karmic relationships have the potential for accelerated growth and transformation. They can be powerful catalysts for personal and spiritual development, pushing you to confront your deepest fears, heal your oldest wounds, and step into your full potential. The question is, Are you ready to face these echoes, to embrace the challenges they present, and to unlock the potential for profound growth within your relationships? Now, let's consider unseen forces, our entities and guides subtly influencing your relationships. It's easy to focus solely on the visible dynamics, the words spoken, the actions taken, but what about the unseen influences that might be shaping your relational timelines? We're not alone in this universe, and that includes within our relationships. Spiritual entities, guides, angels, and ancestors can all play a role, offering support, guidance, or even challenges. Learning to discern between benevolent and malevolent influences is crucial. Remember, not every feeling, thought, or impulse originates from within you. Some might be subtle nudges from your guides, helping you navigate a difficult situation or offering a new perspective. Others might be the whispers of negative entities, preying on your fears and insecurities, exacerbating conflict and creating energetic blockages. How might your guides offer subtle nudges? Perhaps you repeatedly stumble upon articles or books that address a specific challenge you're facing in your relationship. Maybe you have a series of vivid dreams that offer insights into the underlying dynamics. Or perhaps you experience a sudden, unexplainable urge to communicate with your partner, leading to a breakthrough conversation. On the other hand, negative entities or attachments can exacerbate conflict and create energetic blockages. These entities feed on negative emotions like anger, resentment, and fear, perpetuating unhealthy patterns and creating a toxic environment. They might amplify feelings of insecurity, jealousy, or distrust, leading to arguments and misunderstandings. You might feel an inexplicable sense of unease or negativity in your home, or experience recurring nightmares that drain your energy. What happens if those nightmares include a shadow figure? How do you clear these negative entities? Protect your relationship's energetic field. Smudging with sage or Palo Santo is a powerful way to clear negative energy from your home and create a sacred space. Taking salt baths can help cleanse your auric field and release any attachments. Calling on your spirit guides and angels for protection and guidance can create a shield of light around your relationship. Trusting your intuition is key in discerning between positive and negative influences. Your intuition acts as a compass, guiding you toward choices that align with your highest good and the highest good of the relationship. If something feels off, pay attention. Don't dismiss that nagging feeling in your gut. It might be a warning sign that something isn't right. Are you paying attention to these subtle cues? Are you trusting your inner voice? What is it telling you about your relationships right now? If you're feeling that pull, like the moon is speaking directly to you, that's because it probably is. The intensity of this snow moon requires shadow work. We can't talk about relationships without addressing the shadow self, those hidden or repressed aspects of ourselves that we often deny or project onto others. Shadow work is essential in illuminating dysfunctional relational dynamics, leading to powerful change. Common shadow aspects that can sabotage relationships include fear of intimacy, a deep-seated belief that you're not worthy of love, leading to self-sabotaging behaviors. A need for control, stemming from insecurity or past trauma, manifesting as micromanaging or possessiveness. Feelings of unworthiness, leading to a constant need for validation or a tendency to settle for less than you deserve. Repressed anger, which might explode in unexpected outbursts or manifest as passive-aggressive behavior. What unhealthy patterns are unconsciously sabotaging your relationships? How do these hidden aspects project onto your partner, creating conflict and misunderstanding? If you fear intimacy, you might unconsciously push your partner away, creating distance and sabotaging any chance of genuine connection. If you have a need for control, you might try to manipulate your partner's behavior, stifling their individuality and creating resentment. If you feel unworthy, you might constantly seek reassurance from your partner, draining their energy and creating a dynamic of dependency. Think back to those karmic relationships. Shadow work can reveal the underlying karmic lessons meant to be learned. Maybe you're meant to learn how to set healthy boundaries, how to embrace vulnerability, or how to cultivate self-love, consider journaling. Ask yourself, what patterns keep showing up in my relationships? What are my biggest triggers? What aspects of my partner irritate me the most, and why? This is where things get interesting. What about the concept of mirroring? Your partner often reflects back disowned or repressed aspects of yourself, so listen carefully. The qualities that irritate you most in your partner might actually be qualities that you're denying within yourself. For example, if you're constantly criticizing your partner for being disorganized, it might be because you secretly fear your own lack of structure. If you're constantly accusing your partner of being unfaithful, it might be because you're struggling with your own desires or insecurities. By recognizing and integrating these shadow aspects, you can create greater wholeness and authenticity within yourself and within the relationship. This can free you from the karmic cycle. Are you ready to embrace your shadows? Ultimately, you must consciously align your relational timelines. Shifting from inner work to collaborative action means consciously aligning your relational timelines through shared intentions and values. What do you want to create together? Where do you see this relationship going? What are your shared dreams and aspirations? This is about creating a shared vision for the relationship, setting goals that are aligned with both individual and collective desires. And what steps are you taking to get there? Begin by identifying your core values. What's truly important to you in a relationship? Honesty, trust, adventure, security. Once you've identified your core values, ensure they're reflected in the relationship's dynamics. For example, if honesty is a core value, you need to be open and transparent with your partner, even when it's difficult. If adventure is a core value, you need to prioritize shared experiences and explore new horizons together. The importance of open communication, empathy, and compromise cannot be overstated in maintaining alignment and navigating challenges effectively. How can you non-violently communicate and actively listen? Set up weekly check-ins. Set aside dedicated time each week to talk about your feelings, needs, and concerns. Practice active listening, giving your partner your full attention and reflecting back what you hear to ensure understanding. Be willing to compromise, finding solutions that meet both of your needs. What are you willing to sacrifice? Consciously aligning relational timelines can lead to a deeper sense of intimacy, connection, and fulfillment, creating a solid foundation for a shared future. However, misalignment can lead to drifting apart, resentment, and eventual separation. Are you moving apart? When you prioritize alignment, healthy habits, and consistent nurturing, you are setting yourselves up for long-term success. This snow moon is a powerful opportunity to realign and recommit to your shared vision. Remember, you are not passive recipients of your relational destiny. You are active co-creators. Where will you go next? Finally, let's see how empowered relationships contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. The healing and transformation you experience within your own relationships ripple outwards, affecting your families, your communities, and society as a whole. Empowered relationships serve as models for collaboration, cooperation, and mutual respect. They demonstrate that it's possible to resolve conflict peacefully, to embrace diversity, and to create a world where everyone feels valued and supported. This transformation starts with you. By consciously shaping your relationships, you're contributing to a more positive future for all. Remember, you have the power to create the relationships you desire and to contribute to a more loving and connected world. Embrace self-compassion, be patient with yourself and your partner, and persist in navigating the challenges that arise. The universe is conspiring to support you. What action will you take today to consciously shape your relationships and contribute to a more loving world? The portal is open and the possibilities are endless. Are you ready to step through? Because what lies on the other side might surprise you. This snow moon isn't just illuminating your relationships, it's setting the stage for something bigger. But just how much bigger, you ask? This snow moon is acting as an intention amplifier, and this portal we're talking about is opening up a superhighway for your desires or your fears. What you've been vaguely wishing for or desperately dreading is about to get a turbo boost. Are you strapped in? Are you directing this energy, or is it directing you? Remember, this isn't just about passively hopping for the best. It's about consciously directing the amplified energy of this snow moon toward your desired timeline. It's a cosmic call to get crystal clear on what you truly want and to actively dismantle the beliefs and emotions that are holding you back. For example, if you've been longing for a creative breakthrough in your career, the snow moon can amplify that intention, leading to unexpected opportunities, collaborations, and bursts of inspiration. You might suddenly find yourself connecting with influential people in your field, receiving invitations to showcase your work, or having a flood of innovative ideas that propel your career forward. But what if, lurking beneath that desire, is a fear of success? A subconscious belief that you're not good enough, or that success will come at a cost. That fear, amplified by the snow moon, can manifest as self-sabotaging behaviors, procrastination, or missed opportunities. You might find yourself hesitating to pursue promising leads, doubting your abilities, or creating obstacles that prevent you from reaching your full potential. What if you've been craving a deeper connection with your soulmate, a relationship filled with love, intimacy, and mutual growth? The snow moon can amplify that intention, drawing you closer to your ideal partner, creating synchronicities that lead to meaningful encounters, and fostering a sense of magnetic attraction. But what if, buried beneath that desire, is a fear of vulnerability, a subconscious belief that you'll be hurt or abandoned if you open your heart completely? That fear, amplified by the snow moon, can manifest as walls, defensiveness, or a tendency to attract partners who are emotionally unavailable. You might find yourself pushing away potential partners, sabotaging intimacy, or repeating patterns of heartbreak and disappointment. Or you may be deeply yearning for financial abundance, a life free from scarcity and stress. The snow moon can amplify that intention, leading to increased income, unexpected financial windfalls, or new opportunities for wealth creation. But what if, hidden beneath that desire, is a fear of responsibility, a subconscious belief that you're not capable of managing large sums of money or that wealth will corrupt you? That fear, amplified by the snow moon, can manifest as reckless spending, poor financial decisions, or a tendency to attract debt and financial instability. You might find yourself sabotaging your own success, avoiding financial planning, or clinging to limiting beliefs about money. This rapid acceleration can create what I call timeline wobble, a feeling of disorientation, instability, as if the ground beneath you is constantly shifting. Are you prepared to navigate this wobble? The key is to recognize that this wobble is a sign of change, a necessary part of the process as you transition from one timeline to another. It's a reminder to stay grounded, to trust your intuition, and to consciously choose the direction you want to go. Think back to those karmic relationships and karmic issues that are now being amplified. That unresolved conflict with a family member, that lingering resentment towards a past lover. Those issues are likely to resurface during this snow moon, demanding your attention and creating opportunities for healing and resolution. For example, perhaps you have a deep desire for a harmonious relationship with your parents, but you've been holding onto anger and resentment from childhood. The snow moon amplifies both the desire and the resentment, leading to explosive arguments, painful confrontations, or a complete breakdown in communication. The key is to recognize that these conflicts are not random. They're opportunities to heal old wounds, to forgive past hurts, and to create a new dynamic based on mutual respect and understanding. Or a viewer may have a deep desire for financial stability, but has a hidden fear of success stemming from a past life. The snow moon accelerates both the desire and the fear, leading to confusing financial ups and downs or them sabotaging their own success. Are you actively managing your thoughts and emotions, or are you letting them run wild? This isn't a time for autopilot. This is a time for conscious creation. Now, how do you take control? Subconscious reprogramming is essential. Your subconscious mind is the operating system of your reality, running the show behind the scenes. It holds all of your beliefs, memories, and emotions, shaping your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And if your subconscious mind is programmed with limiting beliefs, it will sabotage your conscious intentions, no matter how hard you try. Those deeply ingrained beliefs, often formed in childhood, can sabotage your conscious intentions and create unwanted outcomes. Beliefs like "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve love," or "I'll never be successful" can act as invisible barriers, preventing you from reaching your full potential. Think back to those discussions about shadow work and forgiveness. It's time to dig deep. These practices are essential for uncovering and releasing subconscious blocks. Shadow work involves exploring the hidden or repressed aspects of yourself, the parts you've judged, rejected, or disowned. By bringing these shadow aspects into the light, you can integrate them into your conscious awareness and reclaim your wholeness. What are you hiding from yourself? What aspects of yourself are you ashamed of? Forgiveness involves releasing the anger, resentment, and pain you've been holding onto from the past. This doesn't mean condoning the actions of others. It means freeing yourself from the emotional burden of those experiences. Remember that childhood memory that keeps resurfacing, the one where you felt abandoned, rejected, or unloved. That memory is a key to unlocking a whole treasure trove of limiting beliefs. By revisiting that memory with compassion and understanding, you can begin to heal the emotional wounds and reprogram the underlying beliefs. The first step is to simply acknowledge the pain, to allow yourself to feel the emotions without judgment. Then, ask yourself, what did I believe about myself in that moment? What did I believe about the world? What did I believe about love? Now, let's step into the power of inner child healing. Your inner child is the part of you that still carries the wounds and traumas of the past. By connecting with your inner child and offering love, compassion, and nurturing, you can heal those wounds and create a foundation of self-worth and self-love. During this time, the inner child often reacts strongly. It's scared, confused, and overwhelmed by the rapid changes. It needs reassurance, love, and a sense of safety. So what can you do? Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and imagine yourself as a child. Visualize yourself holding that child in your arms, offering comfort and reassurance. Tell that child that you love them unconditionally, that you're there for them, and that everything is going to be okay. Repeat affirmations like "I am safe," "I am loved," and "I am worthy." This isn't just a symbolic exercise, it's a powerful way to reprogram your subconscious mind and heal the emotional wounds of the past and the external world. The collective consciousness is a swirling ocean of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shared by humanity. During this period of heightened energetic sensitivity, that collective consciousness can have a profound influence on your individual timeline. The prevailing thoughts, emotions, and beliefs of society can create a collective timeline that can either support or hinder your progress. When collective consciousness is dominated by fear, anxiety, or limiting beliefs, it can manifest as challenges or obstacles in your individual life. You might find yourself facing increased stress, uncertainty, or negativity in your environment. The news is full of stories that trigger your fears. People around you are constantly complaining and criticizing, and you feel like you're swimming upstream against a tide of negativity. On the other hand, when the collective consciousness is filled with hope, optimism, and empowering beliefs, it can create opportunities for growth, abundance, and positive change. You might find yourself surrounded by supportive people, encountering unexpected opportunities, and feeling a sense of ease and flow in your life. So, how do you navigate this? Shield your energy field by visualizing a bubble of white light surrounding you, protecting you from external negativity. Practice meditation and mindfulness to stay grounded and centered amidst the chaos. Consciously choose to focus on positive and empowering thoughts and emotions. Limit your exposure to negative news and toxic environments. Connect with like-minded people who uplift and inspire you. Emphasize that individual actions and choices can also influence the collective timeline, creating a ripple effect of positive change. By embodying your highest values and radiating positivity, you're contributing to a more positive and sustainable future for all. Your actions matter, your thoughts matter, your choices matter. Most importantly, develop your intuition. This snow moon portal amplifies your intuitive abilities, making it easier to receive clear messages and insights from the universe. What does that look like in practice? Pay attention to your dreams. They often contain symbolic messages and insights about your path. Notice synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too significant to be random. Trust your gut feelings. That nagging feeling in your stomach is often a sign that something isn't right. The universe often provides signs or synchronicities to indicate that you're on the right path. You might repeatedly see the same number sequence, like 111, 222, or 333. You might encounter unexpected opportunities that align perfectly with your goals. You might receive validation from unexpected sources, confirming that you're on the right track. Ignoring intuitive guidance or dismissing timeline confirmations can lead to missed opportunities or detours from your desired path. Develop a strong relationship with your intuition and trust its wisdom, even when it doesn't make logical sense. The choice is yours. Now what? Integrate all of this. The portal will eventually close. You must integrate the lessons and experiences gained during this snow moon portal to create a sustainable foundation for your future. That requires ongoing self-reflection, shadow work, and conscious intention setting to maintain alignment with your desired future. Energetic momentum is built through consistent positive thoughts, feelings, and actions. Visualize your desired future as vividly as possible, focusing on the emotions and sensations associated with that reality. Take small, consistent actions that move you closer to your goals. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Practice gratitude daily, appreciating the blessings in your life. And keep the faith, trusting that the universe is conspiring to support you. Envision timelines filled with joy, abundance, fulfillment, and purpose. These possibilities are within your reach. You are the creator of your reality, and you have the power to shape your future through conscious choice. Embrace the uncertainty, trust the process, and step boldly into the unknown. And most importantly, remember that individual timeline shifts contribute to a more positive and harmonious world. Share your experiences and insights with others, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and inspiration. Encourage others to embrace their own power and create the lives they desire. Together, we can create a world where everyone thrives. So what happens when the snow moon wanes, and how do you keep up this momentum? Well, let's talk relationships. This snow moon's energetic influence is about to ripple through your relationships like a seismic wave, and it's acting as an intention amplifier, so buckle up. It's not just any amplifier. It's turning the volume up to 11 on every relational dynamic in your life. That dream of attracting a loving partner, this energy can fast-track that, aligning you with someone who mirrors your highest self, creating a magnetic pull that feels divinely orchestrated. That strained family connection you've been trying to mend. Expect breakthroughs, heartfelt conversations that bridge years of misunderstandings, and a renewed sense of belonging. But remember, this cosmic amplifier works both ways. That nagging fear of abandonment, it can manifest as your partner suddenly becoming distant, triggering old wounds and insecurities you thought you'd healed. That expectation of betrayal. Be prepared for situations that test your trust, forcing you to confront your deepest fears about intimacy and vulnerability. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you wanted to level up your relationships, here's your chance, but first, you need to face the music. This isn't just about attracting what you want, it's about clearing the path by confronting what you fear. Think of your relationships as existing on their own timelines, influenced by karma, past lives, and all the unresolved baggage you carry. This snow moon highlights those karmic connections, those soul contracts that keep bringing you back to the same lessons, the same patterns, until you finally break free. It's about to get intense, so get ready. You might find yourself drawn to someone who feels strangely familiar, as if you've known them for lifetimes, only to discover that you're replaying an old dynamic of power struggles or unrequited love. Or perhaps a current relationship suddenly becomes a pressure cooker, forcing you to confront issues that have been simmering beneath the surface for years. This isn't just about random drama. It's about the universe giving you a chance to rewrite your relational story, to heal old wounds, and to finally step into the kind of connection you truly deserve. And now enters the dreaded timeline wobble. This is about to throw your relationships into a roller coaster of uncertainty. 1 minute you're feeling deeply connected, aligned, and optimistic about the future. The next, you're questioning everything, wondering if you even know this person, if you're on the same page, or if you should just cut your losses and run. This is caused by that accelerated energy, those intense shifts that are destabilizing your sense of reality. Prepare for sudden changes in communication patterns. Your normally chatty partner might suddenly go silent, or someone who usually avoids conflict might erupt in an unexpected emotional outburst. This can be so disorienting. You may begin feeling disconnected from your partner, as if a wall has suddenly come up between you, making it hard to communicate, to feel understood, or to share intimacy. Are you beginning to question the very future of the relationship, wondering if you're truly compatible, if you're heading in the same direction, or if it's time to move on? What's happening? The snow moon is triggering relational timeline blade. Past, present, and future energies are merging, creating a confusing jumble of emotions, memories, and expectations. You might find yourself reacting to your partner based on past experiences with someone else, projecting old hurts and insecurities onto the present. Or you might be caught up in fantasies about the future, idealizing the relationship and ignoring the red flags right in front of you. This disorientation can be intense. The past isn't really the past anymore. It's bleeding into the present, influencing your perceptions and reactions. But here's the most important part. If you ignore these karmic echoes, if you avoid confronting the issues that are surfacing, you risk getting stuck in the same old patterns, repeating the same mistakes, and perpetuating cycles of pain and stagnation. The universe keeps sending you the same lesson until you finally learn it. So, are you ready to learn? But if you consciously address these karmic echoes, if you're willing to dive deep, to do the shadow work, and to forgive yourself and others, you unlock profound healing and evolution within the relationship. Those challenges become opportunities for growth, for deeper intimacy, and for a more authentic connection. What does that look like? Imagine approaching conflict with curiosity and compassion, seeing it as a chance to understand your partner's perspective and to find common ground. Or what if you released your fear of vulnerability, allowing yourself to be seen, to be known, and to be loved for who you truly are? That karmic relationship has the potential to become a catalyst for tremendous growth, a path to self-discovery, and a source of unconditional love. Now, subconscious reprogramming. This is your secret weapon for navigating relationship challenges during this snow moon. It's about rewiring your beliefs, dismantling those limiting patterns, and aligning yourself with more positive relational timelines. Those deeply ingrained beliefs formed in childhood and past relationships are about to sabotage your conscious intentions and create unwanted outcomes. That belief that I'm not lovable can manifest as you pushing away potential partners, sabotaging intimacy, or settling for relationships that don't truly fulfill you. That belief that I'll always be abandoned can lead you to cling to unhealthy relationships, tolerate disrespect, or constantly test your partner's love, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. These are common limiting beliefs when it comes to intimacy. The belief of I have to be perfect to be loved can lead to you suppressing your true self, hiding your flaws, and feeling like an imposter in your own relationship. The belief of I'm not worthy of love can lead to you settling for less than you deserve, accepting mistreatment, or feeling like you're constantly chasing after love that's always just out of reach. Let's talk commitment. What about relationships never last, which can lead to you avoiding commitment, sabotaging long-term relationships, or constantly expecting the worst? or I'll lose myself if I commit, which might make you fear intimacy, resist vulnerability, or prioritize your independence over connection. This is where previous discussions about shadow work and forgiveness come into play. These practices are essential for uncovering and releasing those relationship-related blocks, those hidden beliefs that are holding you back from creating the kind of love you desire. What are some journaling prompts that can help you to uncover these recurring patterns? What are the common themes in my past relationships? What kind of partners do I tend to attract? What are my biggest fears in a relationship? Then, trace those patterns back to their roots. When did I first start believing these things? What experiences in my childhood shaped these beliefs? What past relationships have reinforced these patterns? If you were abandoned as a child, practice visualizing yourself going back to that moment, offering love, comfort, and reassurance to your younger self. Tell that child that they are loved, that they are safe, and that they are worthy of love. What about a past lover who betrayed you? Imagine yourself forgiving them, releasing the anger and resentment you've been holding onto. Understand that forgiveness is not about condoning their behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of the past. Then, reinforce your self-worth. Look in the mirror each day and tell yourself, I am lovable, I am worthy of love, and I deserve a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Repeat these affirmations until they become ingrained in your subconscious mind, replacing those old limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. The goal here is really self-compassion and nurturing. This all sounds a little bleak, doesn't it? But it's not. It's also about the world around you. The collective consciousness is a subtle but powerful force, and it influences your individual relationships. The thoughts, emotions, and beliefs of society act like an undercurrent, shaping your expectations, your fears, and your experiences. And this is amplified by the snow moon. Collective fears or anxieties about relationships can manifest as challenges. Think of the fear of commitment. How many movies, how many TV shows, how many conversations reinforce the idea that relationships are inherently difficult, that people can't be trusted, or that love always ends in heartbreak. That collective fear can create a sense of unease, making it harder to trust your partner, to commit fully, or to believe in the possibility of lasting love. Or distrust of the opposite sex. How often do you hear people generalizing about men or women, perpetuating stereotypes about their behavior, their motivations, or their abilities? That distrust can create barriers, making it harder to connect authentically, to communicate openly, or to build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. It's like you're constantly bombarded with messages that undermine your faith in love, making it harder to create the kind of relationship you truly desire. So, how do you combat this? First, you've got to learn to mitigate the negative influences. Focus on shielding techniques. Visualize a bubble of white light surrounding you, protecting you from the negativity and skepticism of the collective consciousness. Then, deliberately align with positive collective energies. Seek out stories, communities, and role models that reinforce your belief in love, commitment, and healthy relationships. And stay grounded. Practice mindfulness, spend time in nature, and connect with your own inner wisdom to stay centered and balanced amidst the chaos. But here's the thing, you're not just a passive recipient of the collective consciousness, you're also an active participant in shaping it. Your conscious actions and choices can create a ripple effect, influencing the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs of those around you. Model healthy communication by actively listening to your partner, expressing your needs clearly, and resolving conflicts with empathy and respect. Practice empathy by trying to understand your partner's perspective, even when you don't agree with them. This means putting yourself in their shoes, listening without judgment, and validating their feelings. Promote inclusivity by challenging harmful stereotypes and creating space for diverse expressions of love and relationships. This means recognizing that there's no one right way to be in a relationship, that everyone deserves to be seen, heard, and respected for who they are. If you're still listening, think about this. you have the potential to create a more harmonious and compassionate world. Conscious relationships are not just about your own personal happiness, they're about contributing to a more positive and sustainable future for all. Now that's a reason to be with someone. Let's bring it back around to those clear intentions. Align with positive relationship energies and shield yourself from negative ones. Develop your intuition, which will act as a primary guide. Now, with this snow moon upon us, your intuition is about to get a major upgrade. It's like the universe is handing you a GPS system for your relationships, making it easier to navigate the twists and turns of love, connection, and commitment. So pay attention. Start paying attention now. Enhance your intuitive awareness. Create space for quiet reflection, meditation, or journaling to connect with your inner wisdom. Pay attention to your dreams. They often contain symbolic messages about your relationships, your partner, or your own subconscious desires and fears. Notice synchronicities. Are you repeatedly seeing the same number sequence, hearing the same song on the radio, or encountering people who share similar stories or perspectives? These are not just coincidences, they're messages from the universe guiding you towards your highest good. Trust your gut feelings. That nagging feeling in your stomach, that sudden flash of insight, or that unexplainable sense of knowing, these are all signs of your intuition at work. The snow moon amplifies these abilities, making it easier to receive clear guidance about your relationships, your partner, or the best course of action. But how do you know if it's really intuition and not just fear or wishful thinking? That's where relationship confirmation comes in. The universe often provides signs to indicate that you're on the right path, reassuring you that you're heading in the right direction. So look for unexpected moments of connection. Are you sharing a deep, meaningful conversation with your partner, laughing together, or experiencing a sense of effortless flow and understanding? Pay attention to meaningful coincidences. Are you repeatedly encountering people who offer support, validation, or valuable insights? Are you stumbling upon resources, articles, or books that perfectly address your current challenges? Listen for synchronicities. Are you seeing repeating number patterns, hearing the same messages from different sources, or experiencing a series of seemingly random events that all point in the same direction? These are all signs that the universe is conspiring to support you, to guide you, and to confirm that you're on the right track. Ignore intuitive guidance and confirmation, and you risk missing critical opportunities. Finally, learn to really listen to your partner. What are they really trying to communicate? You've got to see beyond the surface. You need to hear what they're not saying, to feel what they're not expressing, and to understand their deeper needs and desires. This isn't just about hearing the words. It's about tuning into their emotional frequency, sensing their unspoken feelings, and connecting with their soul. But if you ignore that intuitive guidance, it can lead to missed opportunities, detours from your desired path, or even painful consequences. Dismissing those gut feelings can lead to you making choices that don't align with your true self. Ignoring red flags can lead to you getting involved in unhealthy relationships, and neglecting to listen to your inner wisdom can lead to you feeling lost, confused, or unfulfilled. What's the key to all this? Cultivate a strong relationship with your intuition. It's time for snow moon integration and the road to sustainable relational empowerment. This is where those hard-earned lessons become a new way of being. Ongoing self-reflection is a must. Shadow work and conscious intention setting are key, too. What about some real-life examples? Consider a couple who consciously navigated a timeline shift during a period of financial stress. Instead of blaming each other, they communicated openly, sought financial guidance, and worked together to create a budget and reduce debt. They emerged from the crisis stronger, more resilient, and more deeply connected. Think of a pair who transformed their relationship after years of conflict by attending couples therapy, learning effective communication skills, and practicing forgiveness. They created a new dynamic based on respect, empathy, and mutual support. You can build energetic momentum through consistent positive thoughts, feelings, and actions. Practice gratitude daily. Express appreciation for your partner for the good things in your relationship, and for the blessings in your life. That's not all, you need regular quality time. Schedule dedicated time for each other, free from distractions, to connect, communicate, and enjoy each other's company. But don't forget shared goals. Create shared goals that you're both excited about, whether it's planning a vacation, starting a business, or pursuing a hobby together. What does the future hold? Picture timelines filled with deeper intimacy, with connection, and with fulfillment in your relationships. See the potential of sustainable practices being used by couples to thrive, because these are within reach. Embrace your power to consciously shape your relational timelines and create the relationships you desire. You can create the relationships you desire. Embrace the power of this snow moon to rewrite your relational story. Are you ready to step into a future where your relationships are a source of joy, fulfillment, and unconditional love? What will you do with this opportunity? This is what's coming, but what's really watching you as all of this is playing out? So, you want to know what's watching you. Perhaps it's not a what, but a who, or rather, several whos, all party to unseen contracts that underpin the very structure of your relationships. These aren't your everyday agreements. They're soul contracts, pre-incarnation arrangements that dictate the roles you play in each other's lives. And tonight, as the snow moon portal cracks wide open, these contracts aren't just visible, they're screaming for your attention. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? And to finally understand why they are in your life? These soul agreements aren't random. They're carefully crafted blueprints designed for mutual soul growth, laying out specific lessons, challenges, and opportunities for evolution. Think of them as personalized curricula, tailored to address your deepest karmic patterns and accelerate your spiritual development. These agreements often manifest as specific roles within a relationship, be it caregiver-receiver, where one partner nurtures and supports the other through illness or hardship, a teacher-student dynamic, where one person guides the other towards greater knowledge or self-awareness, or healer-wounded, where one helps the other heal from past trauma or emotional wounds. Consider the implications. Are you constantly taking care of someone, or are you always the one being taken care of? Is there someone in your life that seems to be your only confidant, while others cannot find any way to communicate with you? Remember those karmic relationships we discussed. These soul agreements are often intertwined with past life connections, designed to resolve old debts, heal past wounds, and break free from repeating cycles. This snow moon portal is about to amplify the energy of these contracts, thrusting them into your conscious awareness and creating a powerful catalyst for either profound fulfillment or painful renegotiation. When both partners are aligned with their soul agreements, when they consciously embrace their roles and commit to fulfilling their shared purpose, the potential for deep connection and accelerated growth is staggering. It's like the universe is rewarding you for staying on track. The relationship becomes a sacred container, fostering mutual support, unconditional love, and a shared journey of self-discovery. But what happens when one or both partners resist their roles, when they try to break free from the agreement prematurely, or when they simply refuse to acknowledge its existence? Expect conflict, suffering, and a whole lot of drama. Think of the caregiver who resents their role, constantly complaining about the burden of responsibility, or the student who rejects the teacher's guidance, stubbornly clinging to their old beliefs and patterns. Does this sound familiar to you? Resistance often manifests in subtle ways. The fixer who constantly tries to change their partner, the victim who refuses to take responsibility for their own happiness, or the rescuer who enables their partner's self-destructive behavior. The consequences of ignoring these soul agreements can be dire, leading to continued cycles of dissatisfaction, resentment, and ultimately, relationship failure. The relationship becomes a battleground, fueled by unmet needs, unspoken resentments, and a deep sense of frustration. So how do you discern your own role in this cosmic play, and how do you communicate that role effectively to your partner? Start by looking inward, examining your own patterns, motivations, and desires. What are you naturally drawn to do in relationships? What roles do you tend to gravitate towards? What needs are you trying to fulfill? What are you trying to avoid? This self-awareness is the first step towards aligning with your soul agreement and creating a more fulfilling and meaningful connection. This is the time to ask yourself the hard questions. If it is not you being watched, then who is? Now let's talk about intentional communication, your secret weapon for navigating this relational timeline shift and creating greater harmony and understanding. It's not just about talking, it's about speaking with purpose, with clarity, and with a deep awareness of the power of your words. This snow moon is amplifying the energy of your communication, so every word you speak, every message you send, and every gesture you make is carrying extra weight. Are you using that power wisely? Time to equip yourself with specific communication techniques for expressing your needs, setting boundaries, and resolving conflicts constructively. Learn the art of I statements, expressing your feelings and experiences without blaming or accusing your partner. Instead of saying, "You always make me feel invisible," try saying, "I feel unseen when." Practice active listening, giving your partner your undivided attention, reflecting back what you hear, and asking clarifying questions. Cultivate empathy, putting yourself in your partner's shoes and trying to understand their perspective, even when you don't agree with them. These are all incredibly important. Positive and negative language patterns are about to become more polarized, and it is time to consciously choose empowering and compassionate alternatives. Instead of blaming, shamming, or criticizing, try expressing appreciation, offering encouragement, and focusing on solutions. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I'd really appreciate it if you could give me your full attention when I'm speaking." Instead of saying, "You always mess things up," try saying, "Let's work together to find a better solution." And how does this connect to subconscious reprogramming? Conscious language can help to rewire those limiting beliefs and create new neural pathways. It's about replacing those old, negative scripts with new, empowering ones. So how do you do that? Use affirmations, visualizations, and positive self-talk to reinforce desired relationship patterns. Repeat those affirmations daily, visualizing yourself in a healthy, fulfilling relationship and speaking kindly to yourself even when you make mistakes. Consistency and repetition are key to reprogramming the subconscious mind, so make this a regular practice. Even small steps can make a big difference. It's time to think about clearing the air as a regular practice for releasing pent-up emotions, resolving misunderstandings, and preventing resentments from building up. This isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about addressing issues proactively before they escalate into major problems. Think of it as relationship maintenance, like changing the oil in your car or watering your plants. Regular check-ins, setting aside dedicated time to discuss your feelings, needs, and concerns, even when things are going well. Scheduled venting sessions, allowing each partner to express their frustrations and irritations without judgment or interruption. Guided forgiveness exercises, using meditation or visualization to release anger, resentment, and pain. But most importantly, create a safe and supportive space for both partners to express their feelings without judgment. This means listening without interrupting, validating their emotions, and refraining from offering unsolicited advice. It's about creating an environment of trust, vulnerability, and unconditional love. The point is to be there for them. From individual practices, let's now transition to collaborative action. The next step in navigating the timeline shift is setting shared intentions and co-creating a desired relational timeline. This isn't about imposing your will on your partner. It's about aligning your individual intentions with the overall goals and values of the relationship, creating a unified vision for the future. This requires an open heart and a willingness to compromise. Start with a relationship vision board. Cut out images, words, and symbols that represent your ideal relationship and arrange them on a board that you can both see every day. Set shared goals, identifying specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART goals that you both want to achieve in the relationship. Establish mutually agreed upon values, defining the principles that will guide your behavior and decision-making as a couple. This could include honesty, respect, trust, communication, or intimacy, but this should be mutual. The key here is alignment, and how aligning with your soul agreement can enhance the co-creation process and create a more fulfilling relationship experience. Commit to supporting each other's soul purpose, encouraging each other to pursue their passions, develop their talents, and contribute their unique gifts to the world. Prioritize personal growth within the relationship, creating space for each other to learn, evolve, and become the best versions of themselves. Practice unconditional love, accepting each other's flaws, imperfections, and vulnerabilities, and offering compassion and support, even during challenging times. But consciously co-creating a desired relational timeline requires ongoing commitment, flexibility, and a willingness to adapt to changing circumstances. This isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of communication, collaboration, and co-creation. Be prepared for challenges and obstacles that may arise during the co-creation process, such as differing priorities, conflicting desires, or unforeseen life events. What is your plan of action for this scenario? But to navigate these challenges with grace, compassion, and a willingness to compromise, it's important to understand the concept of holding space within relationships and how partners can support each other through challenging times and facilitate personal growth. Holding space means creating a safe, non-judgmental environment where individuals can express their emotions, explore their vulnerabilities, and connect with their inner wisdom. It's about being fully present, offering empathy, and refraining from giving advice or trying to fix the problem. Listen actively, giving your partner your undivided attention, reflecting back what you hear, and asking clarifying questions. Offer empathy, validating their emotions, and acknowledging their pain without minimizing or dismissing their feelings. Refrain from giving advice or trying to fix the problem, instead trusting that your partner has the inner resources to find their own solutions. That's not easy, but before you attempt to support your partner through a difficult time, it is so important to prioritize your own emotional well-being and practice self-compassion. And how do you enhance your ability to hold space for others? Practice meditation, which can help you to cultivate mindfulness, compassion, and emotional regulation. Spend time in nature, which can help you to reduce stress, boost your mood, and connect with your inner peace. Connect with supportive friends or family members who can offer you a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or a dose of perspective. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, so make sure you're taking care of yourself before trying to support your partner. But effectively supporting each other's shifts and holding space within the relationship requires a deep level of trust, vulnerability, and commitment. What happens when that's missing? It is easy to fall into these traps, fear of vulnerability, making it difficult to open up and share your true feelings with your partner. Difficulty setting boundaries, leading to resentment, burnout, and a loss of self-care. Projecting one's own emotions onto the partner, creating confusion, conflict, and misunderstanding. Do you see yourself doing this? But it's all for a greater purpose. Empowered relationships can contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. This snow moon portal is accelerating the shift toward a higher vibrational reality, characterized by love, unity, and collaboration. Empowered relationships can serve as microcosms of this new reality, modeling healthy communication, mutual respect, and shared purpose. And how does this connect to the collective consciousness? Your individual relationship shifts can create a ripple effect of positive change that contributes to a more harmonious and sustainable future. When you embody your highest values, radiating love, compassion, and unity in your relationships, you're not just benefiting yourself and your partner, you're contributing to a more loving and connected world. You're creating a ripple effect of positive change, inspiring others to do the same. So, take the next step in consciously shaping your relationships and contributing to a more loving and connected world. Initiate a difficult conversation that you've been avoiding, setting a boundary that you've been afraid to set, practicing forgiveness for yourself or your partner, or joining a relationship support group. You have the power to create the relationships you desire and to contribute to a more positive future for all. But beyond your relationships, beyond this timeline shift, what unseen forces are orchestrating these events, guiding you towards your destiny and shaping the very fabric of reality? But beyond your relationships, beyond this timeline shift, what unseen forces are orchestrating these events, guiding you towards your destiny and shaping the very fabric of reality? Tonight, as the snow moon's energy surges, it's not just about recognizing those unseen forces, it's about understanding how they're influencing the very contracts that govern your closest bonds, and about redefining what those bonds even mean in this new energetic landscape. Are you ready to rewrite the rules of engagement? This isn't just about surface-level agreements. It's about the deep, often unspoken contracts that dictate the flow of energy, expectations, and ultimately, the timeline of your interpersonal dynamics. The snow moon, acting as a cosmic spotlight, is highlighting imbalances within these relationship contracts, particularly where one partner has outgrown their assigned role or when the foundational agreement is no longer aligned with their highest good. Have you felt a growing sense of unease in a significant connection, a nagging feeling that something isn't quite right? Perhaps it manifests as a subtle resentment, a persistent stagnation, or the feeling of being trapped in a constant power struggle. These are all symptoms of a contract that's begging for renegotiation. Think of a caregiver who's poured years into supporting a partner only to realize their own dreams have been completely sacrificed. Or a student who's surpassed their teacher, feeling stifled by outdated lessons. These imbalances directly impact each partner's timeline trajectory, their ability to manifest their desires, and their overall sense of fulfillment. This snow moon portal provides an opportunity to rewrite these relationship contracts, a chance to engage in conscious communication, establish new boundaries, and release old expectations. Are you ready to initiate those potentially difficult, but ultimately liberating, conversations? Start by mastering the art of I statements, expressing your needs and feelings without blame or accusation. Instead of saying, "You never appreciate me," try, "I feel unappreciated when." Practice active listening, truly hearing your partner's perspective without interrupting or judging. Focus on your shared values, identifying the core principles that still bind you together, and building from there. Perhaps the couple in the caregiver example expresses this: "I love supporting you, but this has become my whole identity. Let's look at ways I can pursue my personal interests as well." Most importantly, release your attachment to specific outcomes, remaining open to unexpected solutions, and trusting that the universe has your best interests at heart. The goal here is a revised contract that honors both individual growth and shared connection. But what happens if you resist this renegotiation? What if you cling to outdated roles and expectations? Prepare for increased conflict, amplified emotional distress, and the very real potential for the bonds to fray or even break. Resentment festers, communication breaks down, and both partners find themselves trapped in a cycle of unhappiness. Imagine that caregiver, refusing to acknowledge their own needs, growing increasingly bitter and withdrawn, ultimately poisoning the entire dynamic. Now envision the opposite. A successful renegotiation, leading to greater authenticity, mutual respect, and a more fulfilling connection. The caregiver finds ways to pursue their own passions while still providing support. The student embraces their newfound independence, and the couple rediscovers a sense of shared purpose and excitement. This is the power of conscious evolution in partnerships, and the rewards are immeasurable. Beyond these overt agreements, the snow moon also illuminates the hidden web of energetic entanglements that bind you to your partners. These entanglements, often formed from unresolved traumas, shared fears, or unconscious projections, act as energetic cords, creating blockages and limiting each partner's individual timeline. Think of unresolved conflicts from past relationships still influencing current dynamics, creating patterns of distrust or insecurity. Or shared anxieties about finances, holding both partners back from pursuing their dreams. These entanglements are deeply connected to the relationship contracts, perpetuating imbalances and preventing partners from fully embracing their unique soul paths. As the snow moon amplifies these energies, it's crucial to sever these cords and reclaim your individual sovereignty. So how do you begin to untangle these energetic knots? Start with cord-cutting rituals, visualizing the cords that connect you to your partner and consciously severing them with love and compassion. Engage in forgiveness practices, releasing any anger, resentment, or guilt that binds you to the past. Set clear and healthy boundaries, defining what you are and are not willing to accept in the relationship. Imagine a couple where one partner constantly seeks validation from the other, draining their energy and creating a cycle of dependence. By setting a boundary and encouraging the partner to seek validation from within, they begin to sever the energetic cord of codependency. When you release these entanglements, you create space for greater individual growth, allowing each partner to align more fully with their unique timeline. The individual in the codependent example is now open to receiving intuitive messaging and guidance, which enables them to provide insight on next steps and build confidence. This provides the opportunity for a new journey that benefits their life in wonderful ways. But what happens when one partner resists releasing these entanglements? What if they cling to old patterns of control, dependence, or manipulation? Expect stagnation, frustration, and a continued cycle of limitation. The couple remains trapped in their unhealthy dynamic, unable to move forward on their individual paths. Imagine a scenario where one partner refuses to forgive a past transgression, constantly holding it over the other's head. This creates a toxic energetic entanglement, poisoning the relationship and preventing both partners from experiencing true intimacy and joy. This snow moon insists that both partners honor each other's paths. The snow moon's amplified emotional intensity and thinning of the veil also increase the risk of energetic vampirism within relationship dynamics. This is a situation where one partner unconsciously or consciously drains the other's energy, leaving them feeling depleted, exhausted, and unable to manifest their desires. Have you ever felt completely drained after spending time with someone, as if they've sucked the life force right out of you? That's a classic sign of energetic vampirism. It manifests in various ways: a constant need for validation, excessive drama, manipulation, or simply an insatiable need for attention. Energetic vampires often target individuals who are highly sensitive, empathetic, or lacking strong boundaries, preying on their compassion and willingness to give. Does this dynamic exist in your partnership? So, how do you protect yourself from energetic vampirism during this snow moon surge? Start by strengthening your energetic field through visualization, grounding exercises, and affirmations. Visualize yourself surrounded by a protective shield of light, deflecting any negative energy. Ground yourself by spending time in nature, connecting with the Earth's energy. Affirm your worthiness and set clear boundaries, communicating your needs assertively and refusing to engage in draining interactions. For example, if a partner constantly seeks validation, you might say, "I love you, but I need you to find validation from within. I can't constantly be your source of self-worth." Then, create scripting that helps you maintain that boundary. Recognize the draining interactions and implement strategies to disengage from these cycles. What might feel like a small step actually becomes a monumental change in the connectedness and the freedom from the vampirism. Failing to protect against energetic vampirism can lead to depleted energy levels, amplified emotional distress, and a compromised ability to manifest your desired outcomes. You become a shell of yourself, constantly giving without receiving and unable to pursue your own goals and passions. Conversely, successful protection leads to increased vitality, emotional resilience, and empowered creation. You reclaim your energy, set healthy boundaries, and create space for authentic connection and mutual support. The Snow Moon Portal offers an invitation to redefine your relationship contracts, release energetic entanglements, and protect yourself from vampirism. Remember, this snow moon acts as an intention amplifier, significantly impacting relationship timelines and creating timeline branching points. These branching points represent critical moments of choice, where your decisions and actions can drastically alter the future trajectory of your connection. Think of a couple facing a major life decision, such as moving to a new city or starting a family. The choices they make at this juncture will set them on a completely different path, with far-reaching consequences for their relationship. The snow moon amplifies the potential for both positive and negative outcomes at these branching points, depending on the intentions and actions taken. So, are you ready to seize control of your relational timeline and steer it towards a more fulfilling destination? Conscious timeline navigation means proactively influencing the direction of your partnership by making intentional choices aligned with your highest good and the highest good of the relationship. This requires deep self-awareness, clear communication, and a willingness to take responsibility for your actions. Develop your intuitive decision-making skills, trusting your gut instincts and seeking guidance from trusted sources. Align your choices with your core values, ensuring that you're living in integrity and authenticity. Let's say a couple is struggling with intimacy. At a timeline branching point, they could choose to avoid the issue, leading to further disconnection and resentment. Or they could choose to seek therapy, communicate openly, and prioritize intimacy-building activities, creating a path towards greater closeness and fulfillment. Then, create specific scripting to use during the therapy or couples exercises. Releasing limiting beliefs, healing past wounds, and setting clear intentions are crucial for ensuring that these branching points lead to positive and fulfilling outcomes. What happens when someone is wishy-washy or unsure of what they want? They experience energetic canceling, where their lack of clarity creates confusion and prevents them from manifesting their desired reality. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. It's about choosing love, compassion, and growth over fear, resentment, and stagnation. It's about claiming your power to create the relationship you truly desire, one conscious choice at a time. If you're still watching, I appreciate your dedication in embracing this timeline shift. Individual relationship healing is inextricably linked to collective transformation. Empowered connections contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. The Snow Moon Portal is accelerating the shift toward a higher vibrational reality, characterized by love, unity, and collaboration. Conscious partnerships serve as microcosms of this new reality, modeling healthy communication, mutual respect, and shared purpose. When couples communicate openly, resolve conflicts constructively, and support each other's growth, they create a ripple effect of positive change that extends to their families, communities, and beyond. It's like dropping a pebble into a pond. The ripples spread outwards, touching everything in their path. Your individual choices have the power to impact not only your own relationships, but also the collective consciousness. The ripple effect of positive relational dynamics extends to families, communities, and society as a whole. By embodying your highest values, radiating love, compassion, and unity in your connections, you're contributing to a more loving and connected world. You're creating a ripple effect of positive change, inspiring others to do the same, demonstrating that a different way of being is possible. Embrace your role as a conscious co-creator of a more loving and connected world by actively working on your connections. Initiate that difficult conversation, set that boundary, practice forgiveness, or join that relationship support group. The time for action is now. This Snow Moon Portal is a powerful catalyst for change, and you have the power to harness its energy and transform your relationships into beacons of love, unity, and conscious evolution. But the Snow Moon Surge is only the beginning of this shift. And the effects of energetic vampirism have long-term consequences. So in the next video, we will focus on those long-term effects and ways to shield yourself from them, since the portal is only one aspect of this transformation. So tonight, as you feel the potent energy of this snow moon, remember that you are now at a significant crossroads, a powerful portal for accelerated change, specifically within your relationships. This isn't just about romance. It extends to family, friendships, and even professional partnerships. At its core, this time is about releasing the old and embracing the new, particularly in how you connect with others. We've explored the importance of renegotiating outdated relationship contracts, shielding yourself from energetic vampirism, severing unhealthy entanglements, and consciously setting intentions for the relationships you truly desire. Remember, you possess the power to navigate these shifts consciously, reclaiming your personal timeline and creating bonds based on authenticity, respect, and mutual growth. The primary revelation here is understanding and working with relationship contracts, those often unspoken agreements that dictate the flow of energy and expectations within your connections. Coupled with that, you understanding energetic entanglements and the potential for vampirism, which is key to successfully navigating this period. Ignoring these elements can lead to frustration, stagnation, or recurring conflicts. However, consciously addressing them empowers you to create deeper, more fulfilling connections, setting the stage for profound personal evolution. You might feel a sense of lightness, a renewed sense of purpose, or a deeper connection with your partner as a practical outcome from understanding and implementing this core revelation. It's about moving from unconscious reactivity to conscious creation in your relationships. The recurring relationship patterns that have surfaced during this snow moon period, the power struggles, the codependency, the unmet needs, these aren't random occurrences. They are signals, illuminated by the lunar light, pointing you towards areas within yourself and your relationships that require healing and transformation. This snow moon has amplified these issues so you can address them head-on. Are you willing to see them as opportunities for growth rather than simply sources of frustration? Responding to these patterns requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. For example, if you keep attracting partners who are emotionally unavailable, it's time to examine your own patterns of self-abandonment and create a foundation of self-love. Ultimately, relationships are a powerful vehicle for personal evolution, a mirror reflecting back to you the areas where you need to grow and heal. The snow moon portal isn't the cause of your relationship challenges, but it is a catalyst, accelerating the timeline and presenting you with opportunities to consciously shape the trajectory of your connections. Even after the snow moon has waned, this knowledge empowers you to take action, regardless of the current moon phase. You are in control. So, are you ready to shift your perspective? To see the challenges within your relationships not as setbacks or burdens, but as opportunities for profound growth, learning, and deeper connection. This shift in perspective can be as simple as changing your internal dialogue, reframing your thoughts. Instead of thinking, "This always happens to me," try thinking, "What is this situation teaching me about myself?" Or instead of focusing on your partner's flaws, focus on appreciating their strengths. For example, express gratitude for their loyalty, their humor, or their kindness. It's those subtle perspective shifts that can transform your entire relationship dynamic. These personal relationship transformations aren't isolated events. They contribute to a larger shift in the collective consciousness. The snow moon and its timeline shifts are creating a ripple effect of love, compassion, and unity throughout the world. Even witnessing global trends and events through a lens of compassion, understanding the underlying needs and fears driving them, is active participation in this shift. Ask yourself, what can I do today to contribute to a more loving and connected world? The challenges presented during this time are designed to help us evolve beyond old paradigms of relating based on fear, control, and scarcity. These challenges are moving us toward new paradigms based on trust, collaboration, and abundance. Think about the shift from a relationship based on possessiveness and jealousy to one based on trust and freedom. From a relationship built on competition to one built on collaboration and mutual support. This transformation from old to new requires vulnerability and openness. By consciously shaping your relationships, you're not only creating more fulfilling personal lives, but also contributing to a more harmonious and sustainable future for all. Taking the time to resolve a conflict with empathy, choosing kindness over reactivity, or simply offering a listening ear to a friend in need, these actions create a positive ripple effect, impacting the world in ways you may never fully realize. It all starts with taking personal responsibility for your own path. Taking action is the first step. This requires a shift in perspective, from seeing relationships as sources of obligation or expectation to seeing them as opportunities for mutual growth and shared purpose. You are the writer of your own destiny, and that includes the fate of your relationships. Start by identifying one area in your relationships where you've been feeling stuck or unfulfilled. And take a moment to appreciate the good things in your relationships. This gratitude will help you take the next steps. So, to complete the threads, let's recap. Remember to revisit your relationship contracts, identify any imbalances, and initiate those crucial conversations, always coming from a place of love and respect. Practice energetic hygiene daily through visualization, grounding, and setting clear boundaries to protect yourself from vampirism. And actively sever any unhealthy energetic entanglements through cord-cutting rituals and forgiveness practices. Take time each day for just 10 minutes to meditate and visualize these concepts. Do you remember the example of the caregiver sacrificing their own dreams for their partner? That's your key pattern to address. Look closely at where you're giving too much in a relationship and you find yourself drained or resentful. It's a sign that you need to reevaluate the energetic exchange and set healthier boundaries. What needs and passions have you been neglecting? Identify those and commit to taking one small action this week to nurture them. If they used to like gardening, perhaps they should purchase a seed and a pot from the store. Throughout this video, we've posed a few questions, such as, are you ready to rewrite the rules of engagement? By now, I trust you have a new perspective. Your relationships are living agreements, constantly evolving and requiring conscious attention. They can be sources of profound joy, growth, and support, but they also require nurturing, communication, and a willingness to embrace change. So the question now becomes, what steps will you take to ensure that your relationships reflect your highest values and aspirations? Remember, you are not alone on this journey. The universe is constantly supporting you, even when you can't see it. Synchronicities, intuitive nudges, and unexpected opportunities are all signs that you're on the right path. Trust your inner guidance, have faith in the process, and know that you are capable of creating the relationships you truly desire. You may notice that you wake up feeling lighter or find that you feel more in control in your day-to-day routine. Embrace this feeling, but this is not where the journey ends. What are the long-term effects of releasing energetic entanglements on your future relationships? How does technology shape our relationship dynamics? How can you cultivate deeper intimacy in a world of constant distractions? These are just a few of the questions that have emerged from this discussion, inviting you to continue exploring the mysteries of relationships and consciousness. Consider the impact of conscious relationships on global issues like poverty, inequality, or environmental degradation. Can stronger communities and families play a role in addressing systemic challenges? What other areas are ripe for transformation through the lens of conscious connection, perhaps sharing resources within a community? Start a discussion with your friends about how these transformations can be created. I invite you to share your experiences, insights, and questions in the comments below. What resonated with you most from this video? What challenges are you facing in your relationships, and what steps are you taking to overcome them? By sharing your stories, you create a sense of community and shared learning, inspiring others to embrace their own journey of conscious evolution. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the conversation. And be sure to tune in next time, because we will be diving deeper into the long-term effects of energetic vampirism and discussing exact daily shielding techniques and practices to have healthy relationship boundaries. You will need to prepare and shield yourself so that the shifts in your relationships have time to take root.